Did you know a scam can enter your life without stealing a single physical possession? Sometimes the most dangerous frauds arrive disguised as opportunities, kindness, and professional advice. This is the story of Margaret, a retired music teacher who discovered that deception does not always look suspicious. Sometimes it looks like someone offering help. Margaret spent 40 years teaching children how to play instruments. After retirement, she wanted to preserve her memories and share her experiences with younger musicians. One afternoon, she received a message from a person claiming to represent a respected historical archive. The stranger explained that the organization was creating a special collection of stories from educators and wanted Margaret's personal journey included. At first, Margaret was excited. The person sounded knowledgeable, polite, and patient. They knew details about her teaching career that seemed impossible for a stranger to know. The scammer explained that many public records and online profiles contained enough information to create a convincing identity. Margaret did not realize she was being carefully studied before the conversation even began. The stranger slowly built trust. They asked about her favorite teaching moments, her professional achievements, and her plans for retirement. Nothing seemed unusual. There were no threats, no pressure, and no obvious warning signs. The scam worked because it focused on emotion instead of fear. After several conversations, the person introduced a private membership program connected to the supposed archive. They claimed Margaret could receive recognition, have her story published, and connect with other educators. They explained that a small enrollment payment was required to verify her participation and secure her place. Margaret almost agreed immediately. The offer matched something she deeply valued, being remembered for the work she had done. But before making any decision, she contacted a former colleague who worked in education technology. Her colleague asked one simple question: "Can you verify this organization independently?" That question changed everything. Together, they researched the archive. They discovered that the real organization existed, but the person contacting Margaret was not connected to it. The scammer had copied information, created a believable story, and used a fake identity to appear legitimate. The goal was not just money. The criminal wanted personal details that could be used for future fraud. Margaret realized how close she came to sharing information that could have created larger problems. She had nearly provided details about her family, her routines, and her professional history. Information that seems harmless can become valuable when collected by the wrong person. This type of scam is known as an impersonation and trust-building scam. Criminals often spend days or weeks creating a relationship before making their request. They study interests, careers, hobbies, and public information to create a false sense of familiarity. Scammers understand that people naturally want to believe good opportunities are real. They know that compliments, recognition, and emotional connections can lower defenses. The strongest protection is not suspicion of everyone. It is the habit of verification. Margaret reported the incident and shared her experience with other retired educators. She wanted people to understand that scammers do not only target people who are careless, they target people who are trusting, accomplished, and willing to help. The lesson from Margaret's story is simple. A convincing conversation is not proof of a trustworthy person. A professional appearance is not proof of a legitimate organization. Before sharing personal information, signing up for an opportunity, or trusting a new contact, take time to confirm who is really behind the message. The warning signs were hidden in plain sight. The scammer avoided direct pressure because patience was the weapon. They wanted Margaret to believe she had discovered a rare opportunity instead of realizing she had become a target. This approach is becoming more common as criminals use public information to create realistic stories. A stranger who knows your interests may not know you personally. They may simply know how to research you. Protecting yourself begins by remembering that familiarity can be manufactured and trust should always be earned through verification. This is Scam Breach, where we expose deception before it causes damage. Every scam has a weakness, and that weakness is awareness. Slow down and ask questions. Expose the lie, stop the scam, protect your money. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. We will see you in the next breach. Until then, be blessed.